Quick PSA for everyone who thinks that buying 100% natural fibers is the way to go, because in most cases these garments still contain synthetics. Let me show you why. So this here is a sweater from Malo, very prestigious cashmere brand. They make fantastic garments. They are always labeled 100% cashmere, but because of regulation, they do not have to disclose a marginal amount of other fibers. And as you can see here in the description, a small percentage of lycra is used for this sweater. Now before anyone goes, oh my god, they're misleading consumers, that's not the case. That's within the law and been regulated by the FTC in the US and by the European Union, that you can have a small amount, up to 2% of the net garment weight in Europe, be made from other fibers, and the garment can still be labeled as 100% cashmere, wool or cotton. There's another brand that does actually a really good job at disclosing this, Falconeri. And they're also disclosing where the synthetics are used, and that's either the hem ribbons or the collar. That's where you can find them in most garments. Here's an example of what is most likely elastan woven into a collar. So if you want to do some light reading, EU Regulation 1007-2011, it states that any extraneous fibers up to 2% do not have to be explicitly labeled, as long as they are part of good manufacturing practice and not routinely added. 2% in this case refers to the overall weight of a garment. That's why, for example, when you buy knitwear and you have a collar that has some elastan in it or polyamide, this does not have to be explicitly labeled for that very reason. It is purely functional and enhances the quality of the product. The FTC also regulates this in the Textile Products and Identification Act. And to give you the opposite example of why you might find a 1% elastan or polyamide disclosure on trousers, for example, it's because it's woven into the entire fabric. It's not just limited to a hem or a collar. In these cases, it exceeds the 2% non-disclosure weight limit and has to be indicated separately. And you can go into a very specific example like drawstring trousers, which have become incredibly popular over the last couple of years. They often contain a stretchy fiber that's woven into the waistband, while the care label will still indicate that it's made from 100% natural fibers. I just thought I would share this because a lot of people run around saying 100% this, 100% that. It has to be grounded in a reality where a small amount of synthetics is present in the vast majority of garments. And it's purely for durability reasons that these synthetics are used. Otherwise, you would have a stretched out neckline on your $800 cashmere sweater in no time. And let's just imagine the frenzy that that would cause. So long story short, I'm also for 100% natural fibers, but you have to be very realistic about this. And don't pray to false gods who say it has to be 100% this and that. Those statements are just not grounded in reality. I'll put the links to the regulations on Substack so you can read them yourselves. And until next time, stay cozy.